Hello and welcome back to TST. If you're new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive news and updates that you can rely on daily.
ABC's Sunny Hostin said, Michigan Reopen America protest was racist. Thursday on ABC's The View, co-host and network legal analyst Sunny Hostin said the Michigan protesters at the state capitol in Lansing, Michigan on Wednesday who opposed the stay-at-home order issued by Gov.Gretchen Whitmer turned the event into, quote-unquote, some sort of racist protest. Take a watch.
Welcome to The View. Yesterday, residents of Michigan, one of the hardest hit states, defied local distancing regulations to stage protests demanding that Governor Gretchen Whitmer ease restrictions, even chanting, lock her up. What did y'all think of this when you saw it? What about you, Sonny? Let's start with you.
Well, I was trying to figure out why there were Confederate flags flying around during the, being waved around during this alleged protest, just because I couldn't figure out what that had to do with the coronavirus. I mean, if you are indeed upset about the stay-at-home order, I can understand that because it is probably, I think, the most restrictive in the country, and people are very concerned about that. I get that. I guess I just didn't understand the manner within which it was done. Everybody was close together. People were getting out of their cars. They're waving the Confederate flag. I thought rather than it becoming sort of a stay-at-home order protest, it seemed to become some sort of racist protest.
Right. Megan, you're a little torn about this?
I cannot stop thinking about this sort of existential crisis that we're having right now because on one end, as Sunny pointed out, it is considered one of the most restrictive measures in Michigan. And just to name a few things, you can't buy vegetable seeds or gardening tools. You can't buy carpet, flooring, or paint to work from home. You can't go fishing in boats alone, and you can't visit anyone, even one-on-one. So like if I wanted to go visit a family member, that's not allowed. I do think that the question that we're all, I think, struggling with right now, we were talking about it even just briefly before the show started, is yes, the economy is staggering, and it looks like we're well on the way to entering into a second Great Depression. And I want the economy to open up. I want life to go back to normal. I don't want people to die. And in some of the states, like in South Dakota, where they've been sort of more lax on it and they haven't shut down the state, you're seeing a surge of coronavirus cases. And I think, unfortunately, it's just this great existential question that no one seems to have the answer to. I will say that if I couldn't buy vegetable seeds or gardening tools, and I don't have a garden, but if I did, I would find that a complete and utter government overreach. And I do think that Governor Whitmer needs to lean back on some of these restrictions because people are doing the best they can to entertain themselves at home. And if you want to repaint your house, that's certainly one of the safest things I can think you can be doing right now.
Right. So, Joy, you have questions you wanted to ask the protesters, like what?
Well, I'd like to ask them if they're willing to sign away their right to treatment if and when they get infected. Are you going to say, okay, I don't need a ventilator because I should go out and defy the governor's order? Okay? And I'd like to know if people in states that are following the guidelines, like people like us in New York, can be sure that these people don't come here. I mean, they blocked an ambulance the other day. Can't they be charged and arrested for that? I understand the fact that, you know, they're upset because they can't get their veggies. But hello, we're talking about this disease being way more infecting and worse than they even thought, you know? And by the way, they're watching Fox too much. They're watching Laura Ingraham, who tweeted, "Time to get your freedom back." And then the brilliant Janine Pirro, in early March, she was parroting Trump that the infection rate would drop as the weather warms. I mean, this is who they're listening to. So again, then will you say I won't get the treatment if I get the virus? That's my question.
Right. Well, it's interesting. I'd love to know why the made some of the choices she made. Perhaps people don't realize that this is, this is a disease that doesn't care about your economic status. It doesn't care about your politics. This will take you out. And maybe that's what people need. Maybe people need to get sick in order to realize that, we'd all like to go outside, but not if it's going to spread everything. So it's not surprising that people are in a panic about getting back to work when you hear the narrative coming out of people like Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. Take a look.
We got to open this economy. If we don't, it's going to collapse. And if the U.S. economy collapses, the world economy collapses. When we end the shutdown, the virus is going to spread faster. That's just a fact. And the American people understand that.
So, do they understand? New York, they're now telling everyone to wear masks in public, yet this gentleman's going around saying, go back to work. Now, I don't know where he was when he said it. I would bet that he was, in his house, like all of us, trying not to spread the pandemic. So, Joy, when did the pandemic become this kind of crazy partisan?
They don't seem to understand. These are intelligent people. This is a Senator of the United States and a senior citizen, I might add. He doesn't seem to get the severity of the problem here. And as Governor Whitmer pointed out, the behavior of going out only extends the need for stay-at-home orders. They're only extending the misery by going out and ignoring. They have to look at other countries. I believe it was New Zealand that basically has the whole thing under control because she locked down the whole country. Okay, I'm not comparing us. Right. We don't have that few people like they do. But still, those are the things. If each state behaved like New Zealand, maybe we could fix this before 2022.
Right. Sunny, from a legal standpoint, are, state officials in danger of going a little too far here, or have they already sort of gone over the line?
Well, I don't think so. We've learned, I think, through this that it's really not the federal government's place to put these kinds of orders in place. It is up to the individual states and up to the governors. I think that there are going to be challenges, no question about it. But the real question is, if you open up the economy, do you open it up and then trade that off money for lives? It's just money for lives. And I don't understand where people are coming from. I know that, we have, 22 million people filing for unemployment. That is horrible. There are people that are starving. And I get it, but I don't understand a U.S. senator saying something like, we have to open up the economy and we know people are going to die. I don't think that's an appropriate trade-off. I don't. What happened to, take care of your fellow American?
Share your thoughts and responses in the comments down below. If you've liked this report, let us know by tapping that like button down below. Share the news among friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more news and updates on TST. I'm David Ravine, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe.